Show How, the show watched around the world, and generally the authors are from around the world. I have with me Chrys from New York, actually originally from Brazil. Chrys is a de-stress expert. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us your X, Y, and Z's, as I call them?
Yes, Amit. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me in your program today. I am Dr. Chrys Ghiraldini. I am in New York City, and I help stressed out professionals de-stress so that they can have an easier life, more productivity, more energy, and overall better quality of life.
I love it. Well, actually, in New York, it seems like the minute I arrive there, I start stressed with all the sirens going everywhere. Now, you probably encounter a lot of stress and the struggle to come up with what you did. And we're going to talk about a book that you're offering on Amazon.com. But before I get that far, tell me, why did you decide to come up with this book? You must have found a need for it.
Oh, absolutely. And what I have seen around a lot, especially in New York, is that many of us are stressed out for a few reasons. Loss of a loved one during the year, loss of a job, or family issues. They want to be with the family, but somehow there are family conflicts and they get stressed out. So I created this ebook with a few tapping routines with EFT, emotional freedom technique. This is my forte. This is what I do to de-stress professionals. And that's why the book was created.
I must admit to you, first time I saw it, I thought it was silly. And then I did it, and I was like, actually, this works. So,
I know. I have an upcoming book in which I say very clearly, get over the fact that it looks odd.
yes,
Because it works.
yes,
And what is it that counts in the end? It's your result,
yes,
right?
yes. I don't want to take the thunder of the demonstration, which we're going to talk about. But the biggest thing in everything new is always the hang up, the objection that, why would people not do this? And the first thing that comes to mind is it's new. Tell me, why would somebody not do this? And you're going to demonstrate the technique in a couple seconds. So
Right.
it's so simple. Why would somebody not do it?
That is the same question that I have, Amid, and I do not know the answer to it, but I believe that some people may feel stomped, or they may feel silly, or they may feel it's just too odd.
Yeah,
However, living in New York City, we see so much oddness out there
yeah,
that it doesn't make any difference. So if you want a quick, easy tool to de-stress, go for it.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna watch. I swear. I tried it on the subway and restaurants. Nobody asks anything.
So the thing I want to do is actually have you show us what this is. Then I'm going to share a couple of experiences with you. For those that understand really world-renowned processes, this is a little bit like Qigong. When we go into, if you want to be a speaker on a stage, or if you're going into a tense place, I was taught in training, and I'm going to do a little demonstration, to just start tapping yourself. And what this does, it brings up, I don't want to mess up the technical term, but it brings up the blood, I guess, near the surface, which makes for a much more vital presentation. So tell us a little bit about how this process works that you talk about in your book.
Okay. Well, as you know, more and more we are aware that everything around us is energy, and our bodies are made up of energy as well, and there are meridian lines going through us, mapped out by the Chinese over 5,000 years ago. So when we have a stressful event, the energy along these meridian lines gets disrupted. And what the tapping does, it restores proper flow of energy on the meridians, and that's why you relax and you feel better. And it works for just about anything, truly.
Now, a TV show how audiences always used to getting something special from the authors when they come on, including maybe one of your top secrets in the book. So share something very special with us so we feel really good about having tuned in today.
Okay. Well, the most special thing about what I do is, well, there are a couple of things. The first one is that I use 2 extra points. Many practitioners don't use them, and I do not know why. One of them is the wrist point, one against the other, and the other one is the liver point, which is under the breast, closer to the rib cage. So that's called the liver point.
I'm the boy. I'll do the demonstration. You don't have to.
Okay.
Right,
there
right
you go.
here.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Point.
Do you do anything for this area back here?
Well, there are ways to tap on somebody else's back going along the spine, because we also have meridians there.
Yeah.
But that would be a little harder for you to do on yourself. So we just use the tapping points on the head, hands, and torso, and that usually does the trick.
So is there a meridian line somewhere on our face?
There are several meridian lines on our face.
And what is a good way? Can you go ahead and demonstrate a tapping technique on one of the meridian lines?
Sure. And with EFT, or emotional freedom technique, we start where we are. And that's why the setup phrase is, even though I have this blank, which is the condition that you want to change, I love and accept myself, as you tap on the karate chop point. Now, for some people, saying I love and accept myself is challenging, because they think about all of their flaws and all of their mistakes and all the mess ups in their life. And they think, how can I love and accept myself? So for these people, saying I would like to love and accept myself is also acceptable. Because it's true. They would like to. They don't know how, but that's how the technique goes, right?
Yeah.
So in order for EFT to work the best, you have to align your own energy with the energy around you.
Yeah.
And that's the function of the setup statement.
Yeah.
And for that, you tap on the side of the hand. You can do it with either hand. You can switch hands, or you can tap both hands together. It does not matter. The best thing about EFT is that you cannot do it wrong.
Yeah.
So if there are perfectionists out there, just relax.
Yeah.
You can't do it wrong.
No.
And so after you do this tapping on the side of the hand 3 times, saying, even though I have this condition, I would like to love and accept myself. You do it 3 times.
Accept myself.
And
I like that.
Yeah. And then you start tapping on the head. And the first point is right here at the top of the eye.
Yeah.
Here.
This is going to be the silliest interview I ever did, but that's okay.
Well, okay, that's fine.
That's
so
okay.
Is there something that you wanted to work on, Amir? That's perfectly fine.
Yes. Keep going.
Yeah. So
I just think I'm looking at both of us and we're both tapping our heads. Let me at least do it in sync so we're in the right direction.
Okay. So the first point is the eyebrow.
Yeah.
The second point is the side of the eye.
Yeah.
And these are all meridian points on the face.
So I should be doing the other side as well?
You can do it bilaterally.
Can you do them at the same time?
And then under the eye.
This is an interactive demo.
Under the nose, yeah, good.
Okay.
Chin point, good. Collarbone, perfect. And then under the arm, which is 4 inches down, yes, good. And then the liver point, which is what we showed before.
Okay, we don't have to give all the hints away. Do you discuss all the meridian points in the book?
I don't discuss them. I just give the viewer or the reader a chart where they can find all the points.
Okay, so that's important.
My book is a summary of everything that I have learned doing EFT over the years.
Yeah.
And so
EFT means what?
Emotional freedom technique.
Yeah.
And the reason it's called such is once you neutralize the feelings behind your hang-ups, you are neutral about it. You have freedom over that emotion.
Well, I'm going to share something really special with you. Since
Yes, please.
9/11, and actually before 9/11, my dark skin and so forth, I get profiled all the time. And
Uh-huh.
and it always got me mad. You know, it's just like, oh, Mr. Youssef, you've been selected randomly, like randomly my eye. Well, during a recent training, I was taught Qigong, which is like this technique. It's a different tapping technique. And it goes a bit like this. You literally start here and you hit and you go like that. Well, I choose to not go through the x-ray machines, those giant x-ray machines. They claim they don't hurt you. Hey, I don't really have any data, but I also mentally say to myself, I'm going to get a free Qigong session. And they take you aside and they literally tap your whole body. And I go, when he's done, I go, can you do some more, please? So simply changing your mental state, instead of it being this awful thing, they're touching me, I'm thinking, oh, how wonderful. They're giving me, taps to make sure my body is in healthy mode. And so all of a sudden, I literally look forward to being searched at the airport. As a matter of fact, I never go through the machine. And my wife goes, or the people with me go, what you doing? I'm going to get a free Qigong session.
That's wonderful. And this is exactly what it is. It's a shift in your perception of what's happening.
Yes.
And because of EFT, you can get more of these shifts happening so that your life flows more smoothly.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And reasons why you should get this, I mean, they're obvious, but I want you to tell us, 3 reasons why you should get this ebook that you're creating for de-stressing.
Well, first of all, it's your health. Every time you're stressed out, you are creating chemicals in your body that suppress your immune system. So if you want to continue to be healthy and start the new year super healthily, that's one of them. The second one, it helps you to eat in moderation. And I know that many of us in front of the table are like, oh, I'm going to just dive in. And then we feel guilt and shame.
That's interesting.
So why dive in and feel guilt and shame if you have the option of not doing it and feel good about yourself, right?
That's neat.
And the third one is that as you become more acquainted with this process, you will see that so much more can be accomplished with a very silly, simple tapping routine. So why not?
Why not?
Why not try?
Why not?
Why do all the things that you have always done expecting a different result?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. This is, one of the big speakers says that's insanity, basically, doing the same thing over and over, expecting
Absolutely.
a different result. By the way,
Absolutely.
you'll see Chrys says healthily. That's what happens when you get 2 Americans that are of foreign origin. You're going to butcher the language a little bit, but it's the fun of the process.
We are both Americans by choice.
Yes,
so
and I love America. Between you and I, it's the greatest country in the world. Although I'm a citizen of the entire world, I believe if I lived in Australia, I would be that appreciative. If I lived in China, I'd be that appreciative. Wherever I'm at, I'm happy.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. I feel the same way.
So, and really, normally I would ask people if they're investing a huge sum of money, that what's the guarantee? Well, there's a guarantee you're going to get this ebook and you're going to enjoy it. The only real challenge is I get you at a time where you're making a really super a price, and that price is
99 cents.
99 cents. And it has a deadline, but I got something out of Chrys for my TV show, How Audience, that is even, it's only up for 99 cents for 2 weeks. If you click on the link below and it takes you somewhere and it's more than 99 cents, either write to me at the show How, a TV show How, or write to Chrys. We'll be glad to get you a link where you could still pick it up for 99 cents. I really appreciate that, Chrys.
Absolutely, yes, sure.
Okay. Who shouldn't get this?
Well, there are a few people who should not get this. People who are under treatment right now, mental health treatment, taking drugs. Because this person will have to have a very skilled EFT practitioner to work with him or her along with their MD. So if there are people who are taking drugs for mental health issues, I honestly don't recommend it, just because in the process of tapping, some emotions come up and it becomes a little bit uncomfortable for a very brief period of time.
Yeah.
But if the person is taking drugs, please, please, please be responsible and do it under supervision.
Okay.
So that's the exception.
Well, and the other person is a person who doesn't want to give up their stress, someone who enjoys stress, which I don't know anybody.
Well, some people actually would be surprised, because that's the thing about change, Amid.
Yeah.
Change is different.
Yeah.
Change is unfamiliar.
Yeah.
So a lot of us, myself included,
Yeah.
many times have chosen to stay with the familiar and stay small and stay stuck,
Yeah.
because it was familiar and I had known it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And going into the unknown,
Yeah.
where all magic happens,
Yeah.
is scary.
Yeah. 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 So, hey, if you don't want to improve, especially on the stress front, this is not for you. You know, you don't spend the 99 cents. Big spenders.
Instead, you'll have all these chemicals go awry in your body,
Yeah.
create havoc. Then, God forbid, you get sick. Then you have to go see a doctor, and you spend a little bit more than 99 cents to fix that.
Now, I'm going to address you as Dr. Ghiraldini. Chrys and I have hugged and been in the presence of one another in what's the name of the town?
San Jose, California.
San Jose, California, at Expert Academy. And I got to tell you, her presence is very calm, very pleasant. It's really nice to be around people like Chrys. So, you know, for what it's worth, I can testify firsthand that this thing not only works, the people who do it seem to have an energy around them that's fun to be around. Is there a person that you worked with that comes to mind, and don't tell us his last name or her last name, that has tried this and it changed their life?
Oh yes, I am working currently with one lady overseas, and she was severely depressed, and her problem was the opposite. She had anorexia, which is she never ate. She got stressed out, she would stop eating, she would lose weight like that.
Wow.
One session that we did together,
Yeah.
her anorexia disappeared.
Wow.
And she was smoking 2.5 packs of cigarettes a day. She's down to 1.5.
Nice.
One session.
Wow.
Is that a miracle what?
That is a miracle. That is a miracle.
So it's completely amazing, completely amazing. And I have many other stories. My goodness, this is my most recent one.
Yeah.
And I continue to be blown away by it.
Yeah.
I know how powerful it is.
Yeah.
And every time something like this happens, I'm like, oh my God, this is so incredible.
Yeah.
And it's so wonderful.
Yeah.
And I am so honored to be able to be with the person on this journey.
When it happens.
Life is a miracle. Life is a glorious journey full of miracles. And when these things happen, I just feel so much more blessed. It's amazing.
Forgive me, I'm going to turn off my phone. I thought I had it in quiet. It was in vibrate. What's the word I'm looking for? The simple conscious effort to basically introduce positive. You know, you start with this. You're saying to yourself, I'm going to introduce positive. Okay?
Correct.
And then you begin a self-talk, and then you spend 4 or 5 minutes on yourself. How long it takes to do a quick session? You know, you're going on the subway, And is it something you got to block out hours for every day?
No, not at all. For example, if the subway is late and I'm getting late, I
Yeah,
quickly tap. I'm late again, I'm late again, I'm late again. I get upset, I get upset. That's it.
yeah.
30 to 60 seconds. The equivalent of a 1 New York minute.
Yes, yes. Which
And you,
brings me to the next segue. You have
yeah,
a coaching program coming out called,
yes, transform your life in a New York minute.
I love it.
That's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about this. I'm working on it because transform your life will address the four main areas of your life:
Yeah,
your career,
yeah,
your health,
yeah,
your relationships,
yeah.
and your relationship with your higher self or spirit.
Neat.
And so I am super excited about it. And I'm writing already, forever. And it's going to be very interactive. It has videos, it has audios. People can just go along with it.
Okay. What I'm going to do, and being I know that program isn't quite done yet, but once it's finished, I'm going to put a link under this video. You'll give it to me and I'll put it under this video and we'll make sure we put it into the coaching program. And if someone in
Right?
New York would like to have private sessions, that's really what you do, right?
Yes, that's what I do. And I actually have a special running until the end of the year. As the year turns, I will raise my fees. So for the time,
And let's not go there because that's only 4 more days. By the time I get
oh,
this edited, it is the end of the year.
okay, so I have a special, and actually I will extend this special to all the people who come through your program, Amit.
Thank you.
And it will be a package of 8 sessions with a 10% discount.
Great.
And I'll keep the prices that I have currently for people who come through your program
Thank you.
as my way of thanking you for spreading the joy and the cheer and my work. And why I have 8 sessions is that we are complex beings.
Yeah.
And even though we say, oh, all I want to do is work on this one thing. Yes, this one thing is tied up with several others, and our emotions are mingled.
Yeah.
So 8 sessions is what I have found to work the best so that I am responsible toward the other person's well-being.
Yeah, yeah.
I cannot just say everything will work out in one session.
Right.
Even though the tapping itself takes less than 60 seconds,
Yeah,
the issues around it
yeah,
take a little longer because we have been carrying these things forever.
yeah,
All of our problems don't happen overnight. I wish,
yeah, yeah.
But if I said, oh, one session will do it, it would be the equivalent of telling you, I have the instant coffee solution for your problems, and I don't.
Well, you've been marvelous. I'm going to wrap up after I give you, I usually tell you you're going to have the closing points, but in case you forget, I'm going to tell them there's going to be a link below here. Click to go meet Dr. Ghiraldini, where you could learn a lot more about her. Also, tvshowhow.com is where she's going to have her own channel, and she's actually going to anchor a channel where you'll see a lot more material. So even if you don't want to pay anything, you can just go to her channel and learn more from her. So I'm going to give you the final word, but don't forget to say the last thing you say is make sure you click the link below. Go get the 99 cents book. If you want to dig a little bit deeper, come back to this video. You probably, by time this video is up, we're hoping to have a link to the coaching. And of course, you can contact the doctor and go see her in her private practice. I really enjoyed visiting with you today. Like I said, I'm going to give you the final words. Go ahead.
Thank you so very much for having me in your wonderful show, Amit. It was a pleasure. And for questions, you can email me at info@easystresssolutions.com, or you can visit my site, easystresssolutions.com, and you'll find a lot of information there. Or you can call me at 646-522-4391. I thank you once again for your time and attention, Amit. This has been a lovely interview, and here is to a wonderful, stress-free 2012. Thank you again.
God bless you. And like I told you, I knew you were going to forget. There's a link below. You can click if you want to. And thank you for being a TV show how follower and a listener. And the TV show how is an international show viewed around the world with basically worldwide experts teaching you very fresh contents. They're all my friends. I've met and hugged most of them at the training at Experts Academy where we were being taught to bring out our expertise. I'm so glad you came on the show, Doctor, and I look forward to seeing you again. You'll come back and host your own channel. I'm very excited.
Same here. Thank you again, Amit. God bless.
God bless you.
Bye.